I apologize for not making videos lately. I haven't done one in the last couple to few weeks. Real life comes first before anything else. Pets problems, all this other stuff. So, plus I try to get away from all the negativity I'm seeing on YouTube and in sports, video games, and all this other stuff. So, I didn't want to make video after video after video spewing negativity. That's the last thing I want to do. So without further ado, let's kick things off in the world of video games. Mass Effect Andromeda. I'll put some article links in the description if I can find them. And also if I have time. Seems like I just don't have that these days. There will be 0 loading screen on ship. The new alien race called the Ket. I wonder if they're going to be more vicious and ruthless than other alien races. And there was like a 4 to 5 minute gameplay footage revealed at the Gaming Awards this month. It's going to be between this month and last month and this month topics. I just hope Mass Effect Andromeda turns out to be a great game. That's my expectations for that upcoming game, which it comes out in March of 2017. Just be great. Just be great. And make sure don't have a crappy ending like we saw with Mass Effect 3. And one more thing before I move on. BioWare said Mass Effect Andromeda would be the biggest, big, bold, colorful letters, the biggest Mass Effect game in the series. Period. Ever. We will find out when it comes out next year. Well, next spring. Alright, Titanfall 2 free DLC items including maps or map hack. And there was a double XP that happened last weekend. And the CEO took the team to Hawaii as a celebration of the launch release. And yeah. And oh yeah, and another thing I did not like. Well, there's one thing I don't like what Respawn Entertainment did. They went after Infinity Ward and with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, making fun of them, which I know it's rival, competition, everything, but let the people who buy your product, like myself, do the talking, not you. Okay? I just don't like that. It comes across as childish and small. This ain't middle school. Alright. Now, there will be a Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto expansion as a DLC, and it will also be as a kind of like a full burst version of the regular version of the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 coming out in February. I can't remember the date. 2017, which is next year. I will be getting that game because, of course, it's a full burst. It's a complete edition, and it'll cost $49.99 according to GameStop website, because I checked it at least several times. And hopefully I get to play the single player, a little bit of the multiplayer. I know I'm going to get my butt kicked, but hey, so be it. Watch Dogs 2. I've heard it's a pretty good game. I heard it's a lot better than the first one, but the sales not so much. And a lot of folks out there are not feeling the sequel, and I have a feeling that it has everything to do with Ubisoft and their misleading tactics of the first Watch Dogs, and they hyped that game up to no end, and people in the video game community are guilty of that too. So hopefully I get my hands on that game sometime soon and play it. Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming out next year, well, next fall. And there will be a sequel for Last of Us, which nobody's shocked. And you will be playing as Elle. We don't know what happened to Joel. I don't know if he's dead or alive, whatever. So I might skip on that game because it feels more like a movie than a video game. So yeah. And one more gaming news before I move on, and I will touch on my thoughts on the Video Game Awards on the next Ferris Thoughts video, along with top stories of 2016, because this is December, is the last month of the year. PlayStation / Sony drama, the whole charging folks for getting their account back. I'm gonna find that article, I'm gonna find the video, and I'll put the link in the description. Long story short, they are charged. It's bad enough that you're paying a PlayStation Plus for a year, yearly. Now your account is being hacked, and this is somewhere in the UK. Sony's charging some to several of the users who trying to get their account back. They're charging them, so they're hitting with a double whammy, if that makes sense. And I think it's unfair. Come on, Sony, that's dirty. You know it. So, movies. I watched. My brother and I went to go see Doctor Strange. It was good, not great. The beginning. This is before Doctor Strange. Became this mystical hero, whatever. He came across as a egotistical a-hole. He kind of reminds me too much of Tony Stark, who plays Iron Man. He was like this elitist version of Tony Stark, and I was just like, oh man, I don't know. But the movie goes on, and it gets better, and the movie does kind of get predictable, and the enemies, they're forgettable, just like with every Marvel movie. So, it's good, but not great. I'm not going to go as far as say it's overrated, because I didn't have any high expectations of this movie at all. So, Star Wars, what was it? Rogue One Star Wars story. I will go see it this week, I hope. And I've heard that this timeline, it takes place between Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 4, A New Hope. So, it's like a 3.5-ish type of thing. We'll see how that movie turns out. Ghost in the Shell, live action movie. I've seen the trailer several times. To me, it went from being odd to interesting. I might go see it. As far as the whitewashing nonsense BS, I could think. All I can say is go look at Power Rangers 2017 reboot movie and come talk to me. A lot of fans complained about, Rita Repulsa being played by a white woman instead of an Asian woman, and I already spoke on that months ago, so I'm not going to beat it to death. So, now, sports, before I get on out of here. Carolina Panthers, Volume 128, 29, 130, and 131. Let me speak on the Saints game real quickly. They won the game last month in a Thursday night game, despite of their offense going from, putting up, 20 plus points in the first half, then second half don't do squat, and relying on the defense and the field goal team to bail them out. So, the Oakland Raiders game, the team just didn't show up. Sure, they made a comeback and everything, but hey, they still didn't show up in the first half, and that was very disappointing. And it's bad, and it's horrible enough that the defense were put in a short field position because of the offense couldn't do jack, especially in the second quarter where they had -8 yards total. -8 yards total? Really? And at one point, Cam Newton was 3 for 12 for 15 passing yards. I'm sitting there like, bruh, is you alright? Good grief. So, yeah. Do I think Oakland Raiders are for real? Yeah, but they ain't gonna go anywhere. I can see them challenging the New England Patriots, but they'll still lose to them. That's how I feel. So, as for the Seattle Seahawks game last Sunday night, oh my goodness. And that stupid tie gate, oh my god. I'm going to get to that in a second. That game itself was just embarrassing. That was by far the most embarrassing loss under Ron Rivera's tenure, period. And it's not even close. As for that stupid that damn tie gate situation, I hate it. I wish Ron Rivera would have kept this whole issue in-house. That way you don't give the national media any more ammo to go after Cam Newton. And he knew, which is Ron Rivera, he knew this would be a feeding frenzy. And you did it anyway. Oh, I'm going to bench you for one play. Really? One play, Ron Rivera? Really? And look what happened. Derek Anderson, I don't know why he threw the ball. Mike Tolbert, why you didn't catch the ball is beyond me. Mike Shula, why did you make that call? I'm not going to bash him anymore. He needs to go. I'm sorry. He needs to go. That game itself was just embarrassing to watch. And to make matters worse, I just sat there and watched the whole damn thing. There you go. Oh, boy. And Cam Newton, put on a damn tie. Don't break any rules. Ay. And yesterday's game between the Chargers and the Panthers. Carolina was trying really hard to give that game away. They did. They were trying really hard. The offense did their thing in the first half. Second half, not so much. The field goal unit and the defense bailed them out yet again. And I don't want to hear from Carolina Panther fans out there saying, "Oh well, we dominated the San Diego Chargers." Okay, great. If that makes you feel any better, knock yourself out. But you were sweating like crazy that they were about to make a comeback because of the miscues and of course the ultra conservative play calling by yours truly, Mike Shula. And plus, the reason why Carolina Panthers won, they won the turnover battle. The defense came out to play, which is very beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. That's it. And the San Diego Chargers, my goodness, man. Boy. Oh, my goodness. I mean, just injury bugs is just hitting it. It just hit him hard yesterday. Joey Bosa, Melvin Gordon. I mean, there are so many players injured, I lost count. They're gonna be running out of players before the season's over, and it's like what 3 games left of the regular season? And of course, the Carolina Panthers go to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Redskins, or the Washington team, because people don't like saying the word Redskins because of the slur and whatever. Oh boy. If going from Ty Gate to Josh Norman story related crap that's going to be being shoved in every Carolina Panther fan's throat. That is just beautiful. So, before I get on out of here, Kelvin Benjamin, what is going on with you, man? What is happening to you? I mean, yesterday's game at home again for the Carolina Panthers versus the San Diego Chargers, bruh, that effort you put out there was lazy and inexcusable. If Cam Newton can be benched for one play, which he should have been benched for an entire game for breaking the team rule, and like I said, it should have been kept in-house in the first place. Kelvin Benjamin needs to be benched for next game for effort. Like I said, it's inexcusable, man. I don't understand it. And also I understand that he's still coming off from a serious knee injury, but still, man, come on. I don't know what to say about this dude. With that, throwing y'all salute, I'm out. Thanks for listening.